Hey guys, what's up? Charl here, back again with another video. Today's Thursday, which means I'm on my way to church for rehearsal practice. Got all my gear loaded in the car here. So I figured I'll give you guys a behind the scenes peek into what it looks like on our Thursday rehearsals. And I'll also give you a couple of pointers for getting prepared and ready for a Sunday. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next section. Hey guys, alright, so there you had a bit of a behind the scenes of one of our rehearsals. So I figured I'll give you a couple of pointers that'll help you to better prepare for Sundays or whenever you're going to be engaging in a worship session. So one of the very first things that you need to know is that preparation doesn't always have to happen with your guitar in your hand. So what I do a lot of times, if the set list is available ahead of time, I'll just listen to the songs while I'm working, while I'm driving, just so that my subconscious can kind of pick up on the structure of the songs if there's any particular songs with a hook line or any kind of noticeable guitar riffs or licks, then I can make a mental note of that and say, okay, good, I got to learn that intro, there's that solo, and whatever the case may be. So keep that in mind, that you can actually practice without having your guitar in your hands. Now, once you've done that and you actually want to sit down and learn to play the songs, it really helps just to kind of think through the whole process and get everything ready. So you want to make sure that you prepare your space so that when you go and sit down and practice, that time can be well used. Because you see, the thing is, most of us, we have very busy lives in this day and age we're living in. Maybe you're married, you've got kids, a family, you've got priorities at your work, you've got a bunch of stuff to do. So what I'm getting at is, when you finally get to have some time available for practice, you want to make sure that it can be, number one, a deliberate practice, and number two, that you can really capitalize on that time that you have available. So a couple of things that I like to do when I prepare my space is I make sure that all my gear is sorted out. So I've got my pedal board, I've got my guitar sounds on my guitar, it's in tune, I've got a tuner, I've got my plectrum, I've got my music stand, I've got something to take notes with, I've got the tracks handy, I can listen to them all right there and then, and just make notes as I go through learning the parts. That way, I can literally just sit down, have everything within arm's reach, and actually make use and capitalize on that time I have available. If I don't do that, let's just say I want to learn a song, I sit down and practice, now, yeah, oh shucks, my guitar's out of tune, now I have to go and look for my tuner. Or if I sit down, I don't have a music stand or anything to take notes with, I might play through the songs, but then if I don't take any detailed notes, Sunday might come, and if it's been a few days since I listened to the songs or played the songs, I might, not quite remember literally all the little parts that I have to play. But if I had a couple of little notes on my sheet music, then, I just have to see that once and immediately I can capitalize on what I practice in my session. So little things like that will just enable you to make a lot of progress in less time, right? And it's very important to understand that your brain kind of functions in different ways. Like if you have a lot of time, you're going to be relaxed and you can go through the songs and whatever the case may be. But let's just say it's your first Sunday playing a specific lead line on electric for a particular song. Well, then if you might be a little bit nervous in that moment. So it's better if you then have the stuff written down and have the notes handy. Of course, the best way to practice is to know the stuff so well that you don't need any notes or any music on stage. And that's wonderful. That's the thing that we want to strive for. But I know that a lot of our viewers and our subscribers are in the beginning stages of learning to play electric worship guitar. Then you just want to kind of stack the deck in your favor so that when you rock up on a Sunday, you've just got all of the notes handy and your tones are sorted out, and you can literally just focus on playing. Because if there's one thing that will undermine your performance on a Sunday, is if you don't feel prepared. Whether that is you don't know the parts, you don't know how to play a song in this particular key, you don't have your sounds dialed in, your guitar's out of tune, or whatever the case may be. So these are a couple of things that I like to take into consideration when I prepare. So that's a lot around preparing the actual parts and your actual playing. Now, I once read a book around worship where the guys were talking about the concept that you can't take the congregation to a place that you haven't been to yourself. And, even if you just play guitar, you might not be the worship leader in the band, but everyone on stage is leading worship, whether they like it or not, right? So it's very important for you to spend some time with the songs and just play and engage in a time of worship so you can actually put those skills to good use, so that it's not just learning parts like you would do if you were hired to go and play a gig, because that is just taking care of the physical nature of playing your instrument. You want to make sure that you can engage your spirit and your whole being in worship as well, and that will help the congregation to also engage just by you leading by example. So make sure you don't just leave the actual act of worship for a Sunday when you get on stage, because ultimately we're called to have a whole lifestyle of worship, and you can actually do that by practicing with your guitar, worshiping to a song. If you're one of our members, we've got a lot of backing tracks in this different worship styles and tempos and keys. you can put some of that on and just learn to worship through your instrument. That will really help you to grow as a musician and as a worshiper. All right, guys, there you go. A couple of pointers for getting your practice sessions dialed in. You got a bit of a behind the scenes look at what we get up to here every week. So really hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please give us a comment, a thumbs up, share this video with someone you think might find it helpful. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because then you'll get notified whenever we release new videos just like this one. Have fun, guys.